DJ, you go crazy.
DJUTV, let them know who we got in the building.
Burn Poe, man.
Burn Poe, what you on, gang?
Nothing much, man. Trying to make it.
Well, welcome to DJUTV, man. We're glad that you made it here today.
For sure. I'm
glad. And Happy New Year.
Same to you, bro. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, for sure. We've been seeing you grinding on the, on the comedy lane for a while, doing skits, you know.
For sure.
Shout out to Skinbone.
For sure.
Uncle Hank, Big Lowdown.
For sure.
So, yeah, we just want to get to know Burn Poe today, right? Because we didn't interview with everybody else.
Yeah.
So tell us about yourself, man. Like, what part of Chicago are you from?
I'm from the low end.
Okay.
Right here on 43rd and State Street. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. And what was it like for you growing up on the low end?
I had it hard but easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, far as like nobody like, I've been through the struggle is what I'm saying, far as like what everybody else been through, but like far as on the streets, like nobody fucked with me. You know, like that was the easy part.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was always cool with everybody.
Yeah.
I wasn't never the violent kind, you know what I'm saying? I was the nigga that they that couldn't I started hanging around when I got a little older, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was the one that they was telling like, nah, you going to school. Yeah. So yeah, that was me.
So you stayed out the streets. Did you have any siblings?
Yeah, I got it's 5 of us all together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I pretty much what I did in the streets, I pretty much like learning off experience, living off other people's experience. So I was like, I see motherfuckers doing that, like going to jail. I don't want to do that type shit. Mm-hmm. But pretty soon, like I wind up I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, wasn't nobody finna be taking care of no grown ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like 9 to 5s, like that came later, but I really didn't want to do that shit either. Yeah.
So when it was time to make some money, that's when you had to.
Yeah, that's when I had to put them big boy pants on.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Did that shit.
So when you was growing up though, was you always a funny guy or a class clown or?
I was actually, you know what I'm saying, like people be saying like I'm naturally funny. I be just regular talking and motherfucker be like, boy, you funny as hell. And I'll be like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm like being for real.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? When I used to be rapping and shit, you know, I was always good at rapping too. But motherfuckers was like, boy, your ass need to be doing comedy. Your ass funny as hell. And this is me not trying to be funny. Like, it was just something about me that people laughed at. Mm-hmm. Maybe because I'm ugly or something. I don't know.
Did you ever experience like the little man syndrome?
Like trying to like be cocky and mad all the time or some shit like that.
Is that what they be doing?
I'm saying the Napoleon complex, what they call it.
I don't know what they call it. I call it that's what they call it.
Like to be honest, I just recently starting to feel that way. Like I never felt that way coming up, but now I just recently started feeling that way. Like I'll be feeling like, man, I think he playing with me too much or some shit. I think a motherfucker trying to try me, you know what I'm saying? And so that's when I'll come up out that shell. But people don't be, I don't even be knowing they be trying to try me, but they just be locked in my head like motherfucker could be trying to pull it with me anyway just cause I'm this size or whatever. So you know what I'm saying?
Has there ever been a time where a nigga tried to play you because you was small and he fucked around and found out today?
Yeah, for sure. And it wasn't even because of nothing I did. Nigga try to play me for sure, like pull up on the block like, what the fuck you looking at, little nigga? And I'm like, I try to ease out the situation, like, homie, y'all wasn't even looking at you. You know what I'm saying? And he like, nigga, whatever, like rah-rah and shit. So I was like, hold on. I made one phone call and it was like detectives pulling up everywhere, but not no detectives, but it was them niggas. I'm just saying that's as how they was pulling up. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? They got his ass together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They told his ass like one of my homies told his ass he was like he locked up right now. He was like dude wouldn't come downstairs or whatever. And so his daddy came downstairs. He was like, go get your motherfucking son. Bang, bang, go get him. And then he told his daddy, he was like, look, y'all see him right here? Whenever y'all see him, you walk on the other side of the street. Like real shit. And motherfuckers like, they did not play with me on that block again.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. So tell us, man, when did you start to take comedy serious as a career?
I felt I was getting too old to be rapping and shit. So one day I was just, I was coming from a funeral, and you know what I'm saying, I just happened to jump in a car seat, and I tell my sister-in-law, rest in peace, Shauna, I tell her to take a picture of me in the car seat, and you know what I'm saying, I uploaded the picture in the car seat, and you know what I'm saying, I did like about 500 likes in 10 minutes.
Oh, so you was sitting in like a baby car seat?
Yeah,
okay.
I jumped in the baby car seat, and I put the picture up. It did like 500 likes in 10 minutes. And that's when the light bulb struck like, oh, maybe it's time. This is what they want. Mm-hmm. And that was like, the exact day was January 25th, 2020.
Okay. So
and
it's been a few years now.
It's been on ever since.
That's what's up. Can you tell us how you were able to link with Skinbone and what y'all relationship like?
It was, first I started off, it was with me and Mr. Berry. Me and Mr. Berry, one of the OGs from the hood that put us together or whatever. He say, oh, I want to see y'all work together. Rest in peace, Goody. He gone now. You know what I'm saying? I started working with Mr. Berry, and then I bumped into Rico at the barber shop. We got the same barber and shit, so like I just got up out that shit like, man, I'm finna say something to this nigga, man. I'm trying to get on. Mm-hmm. And so I said something to him, and then, you know what I'm saying, he wound up replying back, and we having a whole conversation, you know what I'm saying, and he was cool from the gate. Mm-hmm. And then, so, you know what I'm saying, I started working with him, and then when Skinbone came, the rest of them came after that, you know what I'm saying, they saw me grinding or whatever, putting in work, because I was kind of like inconsistent, so I guess they was waiting on me to like put in some work first, and when they saw me putting in that work, that's when they was like, they welcomed me. And
that's what's up. I really like how, so all y'all for the most part just meeting each other? I just met
all they ass this summer. It was like probably like July, probably like the beginning of the end of June. I'm gonna say June,
right? Because
I hit 10,000 followers. I hit 10,000 followers July 4th exactly. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. Cause you know, watching y'all online and just, you know, seeing y'all chemistry, you would think that y'all been, you know what I'm saying, locked in for a long time. You feel me? Yeah. So to see that y'all just met and y'all been able to create a brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's dope, you know? So now that you locked in with Rico, you locked in with Skinbone, you doing, you know, your thing on Instagram. Tell us the procedure, right? The process of creating content for yourself.
Like before I get into that, I want to say I did a skit with Jermaine after Rico. Okay. Jermaine came through the door like, boy, your little ass funny as hell. Let's do something right now. Then I knocked it out with Jermaine, and then, you know what I'm saying, I guess Jermaine like really like pushed me through that, like, this what we rocking with type shit, and you know what I'm saying, like, got me in. So yeah. I didn't want to leave that part out, because I'd been bogus if I would have.
Shout out to Big Lowdown.
For sure.
So yeah, how do y'all come up with y'all skits?
Shit, sometimes, like me, sometimes I could be just watching TV or like whatever I'm doing, having a conversation with somebody, and then a light bulb strike, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna turn that to a skit type shit. And I'm pretty much, everybody else do the same thing. But when we together, you know what I'm saying, it be the same thing. How we come up with it at the crib, how we come up with it when we together. We talking, and then motherfucker like, man, let's just go do this right quick. Like that, you know.
That's what's up, man. So y'all had these ideas, y'all pick up y'all phone, y'all just get to record, and what you say earlier, get it off your chest.
Hell yeah, get it off your chest, do your shit.
Yeah.
That's all.
So what's some of the, you know, we talk about the pros, but what's some of the cons, you know, what's some of the challenges that you face, you know, with being a content creator?
Like, can you give me like an example what you mean?
Well, I mean, are there any challenges you face, you know, as a comedian, content creator, if there are any, is what I'm asking.
Challenges, like, nah, not really.
I imagine y'all created content every day could be a challenge in itself, right? To be able to, do it on a consistent basis like that.
I mean, I do it. I actually do it because I love doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I wasn't even looking for I wasn't even looking for a payout or none of that shit. I was just getting up. I like doing this shit, so I'm gonna do it. I wasn't even focused on the payout, no money or none of that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But eventually, you gonna want some money out of it. But you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, it's just start off with a passion. I get up and want to do the shit. That's all.
So who is Burn Poe's top 5 comedians of all time?
Top 5 of all time? Man, I like to watch, let me see, top 5 comedians all time. Throw some names out there, because I can't think right now.
I mean, you the funny man. I'm just the nigga that asked the questions. But we done had names like Mike Epps and...
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you said that. I was watching that nigga last night. Mike Epps for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, Mike Epps. Him, I like Eddie Murphy stand-up shit. So Mike Epps, Eddie Murphy, we talking about top 5, that's strong. So I don't just be wanting to say anybody. So I'm gonna say Mike Epps, Eddie Murphy, motherfuckers who have me down laughing. Cat Williams, he crazy. Who else? I can't think right now, man. I hate when I do that shit, man. What's that, 3? Mike Epps, Cat Williams, Eddie Murphy. Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac. Dave Chappelle, for sure.
That's
for sure. I know Richard Pryor, that's where it started from, but I ain't never really watched a lot of his stuff, so you know what I'm saying.
So do you have you tried your hand out with stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I did at one time, and actually it was pretty successful. People liked it. I ain't getting no boos or nothing like that. I just went on with it. I just did it. But I only did it one time, and I plan on getting back to it like real soon, like very soon, like next month type shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
So tell us what's the differences between being funny online versus standing up and being funny on stage.
The difference, between being funny online and on stage. Well,
you know what I mean? The difference between having to make skits versus, do a stand-up set.
To stand up, that shit much harder, because when you like by yourself, when I'm like by myself, I'm cool. I ain't got to worry about if I'm finna make you laugh or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm by myself, so you know what I'm saying. I'm a put it out on the internet, and whatever happen. But when I'm in front of you, I gotta make sure, like, that shit hard as hell. I'm damn near praying. I hope y'all laugh. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hell, that's a big ass difference.
Yeah, cause some guys, they be funny online, but they don't know how to do stand up. Just like some guys, they do real good stand up, but they don't know how to,
yeah,
make
for
a funny
sure.
skit. You feel me?
For sure. With me, skits way easier than that. Cause like I said, shit, ain't nobody around right now. I'm just doing me.
And if you mess up, you can do it again.
Exactly.
Right.
For
you
sure.
mess up on that stage, you can't do it.
Nah, you can't do that shit again.
Yeah.
Then you gotta live with that shit. Then you gotta worry about the next motherfucker going to the crib and say, oh, he ain't shit, and spreading the word.
And word of mouth get around faster than anything else.
Quit.
I want to go back to something you touched on earlier in our interview. You said, man, I felt like I was getting too old to be a rapper.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the cutoff age for guys that's trying to be a rapper?
Now, if you already in the game, then go ahead, do your shit. You know what I'm saying?
But if you trying to get in the
keep going.
game.
But if you trying to get in the game, shut that shit down at like 35, bro. Shut that shit down.
I think that's too late, shit. I think you gotta shut that shit down at 25.
Yeah, 35 too late. I'm sorry. I would say shut that shit down at least 29. For sure. Shut that
Before
shit
you
out.
hit your 30s.
Yeah. For sure. Shut that shit out. It ain't working for you, fam.
Yeah. So, because, a lot of us, we do grow up with rap dreams, you know what I'm saying? So that's what caught my attention when you said, man, I felt like I was getting too old. So how long was you actively pursuing a rap career?
I would say around like that age, like 29. But after that, I started just reaching out to people, writing for people. You know what I'm saying? Reaching out to little females. You know what I'm saying? Cause they a nigga think. Well, some guys was like, hell yeah, you could write it for me. But mostly all guys, everybody think they can rap, so they ain't trying to hear that shit. So I just started trying to live through their ass, just writing for them. I just know for me, like jumping around on stage, that shit wasn't gonna work.
Right. So you stand in 10 toes in the comedy lane now. Burn Poe. It's a new year, 2023. What are some future goals or aspirations for yourself? Any New Year's resolutions?
Nah, I just be letting shit play out, you know what I'm saying? But I do got some, like the bigger goals. Everybody know the bigger goals to make it to where them people at, the Kevin Harts of the world and all them type shit. So that's the biggest goal. All the rest of this shit just doing what you're doing until you get there. Just grinding until you get there, basically.
Yeah. And for the young men specifically, we like to leave a message for the youth of Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So like for some guys that's watching your videos, man, you making them laugh, but they trying to figure out their own moves. What's some advice you can give them? The
advice I could get them is stay consistent, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? But I've been hearing this all my life. So you got to stay consistent. But like, I never really paid attention to it until I really started staying consistent. Like, oh yeah, this what the fuck they talking about? Because now I'm doing it and I'm seeing the results of it. So I say stay consistent, and you know what I'm saying. Stop trying to skip the struggle. Like stop trying to like pay people to get on. Let me pay you to do this. Let me pay you to do that. Nah, nigga, go through that motherfucking fire. Stop trying to skip the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, how your story you gonna have a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just say that. Like, stop trying to skip the struggle. Go through that shit. You know what I'm saying? And cause cause you still gotta perform at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Even if, like, say I pay a huge motherfucker to get on their skit. Motherfucker still ain't gonna follow you just cause you on their skit. You gonna have to perform. You gotta be funny. And I learned that shit too. Like, you gotta go out there and get it yourself. Like, so I say that most definitely. Stay consistent, but that's for the most part, for real. And do it, and also do it with a passion. Don't go. I really see what they mean by, like, don't go doing shit for the money. Cause if you do it for the money, and when that money ain't rolling in, your ass go quit. Yep. So you got to do it. Whatever you do, have a passion for the shit. Like I did. I had a passion for it. I ain't worried about it. I'm doing this shit because I like doing it and shit. And I stayed consistent. And like, I would say I'm prevailing. You know what I'm saying? Showing good. It's paying off. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. Millions of views. Hella followers on all platforms. Hanging out with the niggas who running it for the city. Like, hell yeah, I say I'm on some shit. So for sure, do what I did.
Now, and before we get out of here, and I love that advice, bro, because staying consistent is important. Like you said, a lot of people don't know, or a lot of people overlook that concept until it's time to actually be consistent. And I love what you said about not skipping the struggle. But just one thing, bro, with you being a public figure in Chicago, popular, a lot of people, know your face. Do you ever like get approached out in public, or how's that for you?
Oh man, like that shit, like that's how I know I'm really doing something, because I can't go nowhere without nobody like, can I get a picture? And that's you, the funny man, and all that shit. Like, I get a ganger. You from Korporate, I get a ganger. You from Skinbone, or I get a ganger. Hey, that man, or I get a ganger. What's up, Burn Poe? Like, I get a ganger. That shit everywhere I go. But when I hang with Skinbone, all that shit get overshadowed. They don't even see me. They don't need to see me when I'm out with Skinbone. All they see is him.
Right.
And then they'll be like, oh yeah, and you too. That's what I get when I'm with Skinbone. Oh yeah, and you too. Like, damn, that's crazy. Yeah, he overshadowed all that shit. Yeah. That shit over with.
Yeah. But all in all, man, you know, what do you want the viewers to know about Burn Poe? This your first interview, you know, so we introducing you to the whole world right now.
For sure. What I want the viewers to know about me, that I'm a humble guy for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd never be that kind of nigga that would like stuck up and won't say what's up back to you or won't take no picture with you, none of that shit. Like, I'm just very cool. Like I said, I grew up cool with everybody. I'm cool with every set, every gang. I have no ops. You know what I'm saying? I damn near drop low wherever I'm at because I really don't have no worries out here. Ain't nobody chasing me. Like I said, I'm cool with them over there. Like, I'm certified, verified, whatever. I'm straight.
What's up? I heard you mention though Dada Man. That's the character you play.
Yeah, Dada Man is the character. Me and Big not Lowdown. Jermaine, the big funny dude, came up with.
Why you don't call him Lowdown? I call him Lowdown.
Lowdown. I mean, yeah, you called him Lowdown, but I think that's one of his
characters.
Yeah, I think that's one of his characters.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So Jermaine, me and Jermaine came up with that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like a gang of people, know me as that shit. Mm-hmm. They love Dada Man. They love Dada Man out there. Mm-hmm. Like the females go crazy over Dada Man. Like you wouldn't believe the type of shit I be hearing and all kind of shit over Dada Man.
So, but how did you and Jermaine come up with it?
Actually, we came up with it. It was kind of sort of from that. What's that fucking movie when the daddy was younger than the Nah, not that one. Don't Be a Menace joint.
Oh, that one?
The Don't Be a Menace joint.
Okay.
We was kicking it and shit, and then I think we just reversed it and made it some other shit. But it definitely was like that. It came from the idea of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your slogan.
That shit weak. That shit weak. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I'll be bogus if I leave this out though. You know what I'm saying? Skinbone used to always say that shit. That was Skinbone line. But I just made it. I turned it into that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like
he made it a hot line. You made it a hot song.
Basically, yeah. That was Skinbone started that. That's my boy. You can get Skinbone young as hell, so he hip to all the new slang and shit. So I copy a lot off that dude. Like that's my man's man.
Yeah. Any other Chicago comedians outside of your circle that keep you on your toes?
I wouldn't say keep me on my toes. I say that I fuck with heavy. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't be like trying to be in like no secret competition with niggas and nothing like that. But there's some niggas I definitely fuck with heavy. I fuck with that's outside of who we rock with. I fuck with Lil Cuz Too Funny hard. Mm-hmm. That nigga funny as shit. Shaky, fuck with Shaky hard as hell. Big Homie Blocks, you know what I'm saying? Gotta shout out Big Homie Blocks. I'm sorry if I forget some of y'all, but that's all I can think of right now. Big Homie Blocks, cool. Shaky, Lil Cuz Too Funny, most definitely. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with that. Well, Burn Poe, it's been a pleasure talking to you this afternoon, man. I'm glad you slid on us, man.
Man, I've been glad. I've been smiling the whole week. Man. Like damn,
I've been pulled up 30 minutes early. I'm damn. We'll be there in a minute.
No cap. I ain't gonna lie. Man, shout out to my whole motherfucking team, man. D Brown, Jermaine Lowdown, Mr. Berry, Marvin Berry, Mike Samp, Rico, Skinbone, who I'm missing there, I don't want nobody mad at me. All the females we do shit with, Sandy for sure. Shout out my nigga Korporate all day long. And Korporate the GOAT. Korporate, that nigga he's definitely the GOAT.
Korporate the GOAT.
like when I did that one little scene with him, and like it was like really on from there when he welcomed me on his platform. It was like on from there. Like the kids noticed me like crazy, like everybody, like really. So yeah, I can never forget that. Shout out to my boy Korporate all day, every day.
Word, shout out to Korporate.
I forever owe that brother.
Well, hey man, appreciate you once again, bro. Burn Poe, DJUTV, and shout out to Royalty Productions.
Yep.
DJ, you go crazy.